his grandmother's gonna be joining us soon. Just trying to figure out what night. He was put in jail. It's that paper that you had with the young people. This is one of the people that helped with this little chart or picture from the Bees Hive Collective. Travis, just so y'all know, Travis was a young boy that was taken out of his high school in Terry Parker High in Jacksonville without a warrant. His friends got him to go do some things they shouldn't. It was around robbery, about pizza place. But you know, the guy identified the guy with the hat, and that was his friend, that was his leader, and he didn't want to not go. And there's that peer pressure thing that happens. So this young man, although he wasn't the main suspect, the police coerced the main guy to say Travis did it because his family started to sue. You know, because they didn't have a warrant. They didn't tell the principal he was underage, and they didn't tell the mother he was underage. So they took him out of a high school, and that's really called kidnapping.
Right.
And so the parents did that. You know, they went to the factor that this is against the law. And so the retaliation was, then we're going to get everyone that was with you to testify against you. He's got 22 years, and he's in solitary confinement. And here is a young man that did nothing. And this is that piece where we said the prison to the pipeline, cradle to the prison pipeline. Christian Fernandez was 12. And a lot of people, you know, the biggest debate was yes, he should serve time. He is a juvenile. At 12, he did. He committed a murder. He killed his brother. This young man, if I can give you background, and as a teacher and someone that worked with acute youth facility, which is youth in the past, yes. In killing, what happened was at 2 years of age, they found him first of all. If I can paint this picture. He's walking down the street at 2 with no diaper on, no clothes on. His grandmother who was watching him was smoking a pipe, crack pipe. And so he was just found away from his neighborhood, walking with no shoes on. And then by the time he was sexually molested by 3 people in his family, the fourth thing was, and this is something that boys hear me say, but sometimes we don't want to let our children know. But at the same time, it's in the media, you know. And this little boy had to watch his stepdad kill himself, shoot a gun in his head. And so he's been through a lot of trauma, right? So therefore, I see him as the victim. I see him as the one that needs the love. He needs the support. His mom was 12 when she had him. So this is, you know, and so for them to say he's a criminal, put him in an adult prison at 12 for the rest of his life, that's not caring. That's not who we are as a people. When they say it takes a village to raise a child. And so Christian, we fought against that dynamic of one of our demands for Angela Court, because we believe, there's not proof yet, that she threw our petitions away. But we did stop it. What happened? That media attention from CNN and the high profile, we were able to say, no, he's not going to an adult prison. He will not survive, right? Thinking of a child in that condition. So at least now he's in juvenile, you know, yes, he should get intervention in that way as a child. Marissa. I was with Marissa Friday. I see her in prison. I was asked by her family to play a role because what happened with her as a mother of 2, myself, breastfeeding mother, I'm going to bring that into the circle also.
Absolutely.
There's some place where she was trying to survive, keep her baby alive. She was battered. She was put in the hospital because of her battery. She had to have that baby early. When you're pregnant and you don't get, you know, you got that strain and trauma. So her baby's a preemie. 8 days after that baby's born, she has to leave that baby in ICU. And she's breastfeeding this baby to keep the baby alive, so she breastfeeds it. That's a really good way to help preemies or any child, really. And so 8 days later, she goes to her house, even though she has a restraining order against her abuser, her husband. He comes, she's trying to get her stuff, and again, he's, you know, coming towards her. She took a gun because she is licensed to have that gun. You can do that in this country, right? We see people do it all the time, but this case, she has whatever license you need. And she was going to defend herself by shooting into the ceiling. And that's very important because right now we're talking about Trayvon, right? So think about this. She's shooting into the ceiling. She's defending herself. She wants to get away. She has a baby that's 8 months. And her hormones also, as a mom who knows this piece, in breastfeeding as well. Your body is taking. She did the best thing she could do. And she didn't harm or kill or touch anyone. She's now 20 years in prison. Okay, and this is just so if you didn't even know. Jordan and his dad, I was talking to Saturday because he was supposed to be with us for the piece we did outside the gas station. He couldn't be there because his remedy, and this is talking about us, when we talk about our remedy right now is healing through walking and doing this, to include, but more so healing, he's letting the word get out. He's traveling every day because his son was shot and killed because a vehicle that his son was in, they turned on the music loud the day after Thanksgiving. A man comes over and says, turn your music down. Jordan with his buddies, you know, they're on vacation, it's a holiday. You know, I'm not charming anybody, we're about to go. The man proceeds, gets a gun, and shoots in his car 8 times. Not one time, 8 times. So that's depicted here too, with the boombox, you know, and our youth that talks about music and the importance of music in our culture, you know. So he's also, now if you look at, oh, one more. So here we are right now. This is where we are. With all these, this is, you know, and in every city, there's something in this. This is called the pipeline. It's called also DMC, disproportionate minority contact. These are all black and brown, okay? And what that means is, truly, our youth that are black and brown have been pivoted more than anything. And I have the statistics because I work with this, but I'm also on this board with the juvenile justice and the schools and the Department of Family and Children. They agree, but they agree as long as they can change the statistics to get them the support through funding sometimes and other things. But when things like this come upon it, there's this place where I say, let's do something, and they say, well, we'll put more funding in it and do wraparound services. That's not enough, you know, especially with me being there. I'm supposed to be a parent and supposed to be an advocate. I feel I had to go outside of that. That was $9 million they got for this one grant that I'm on board for. And Angela Corey's best friend is on that board with me. So this is home for me. And I'm doing it, I'm just gonna be real with you. This is why I'm doing it. And some of you all may have. This is why we do it, because it's these youth right here. The black and brown are targeted more in this state than any city, any state. And it's known, Southern Poverty Legal talked about this so much that it got into the Los Angeles Times before this happened with this verdict. So Trayvon made the call and each one of you came. Each one of us heeded this call. Out of those 1,500 people this week that came for the march, out of those 500 people the week before. So I said, yeah, we got a responsibility, but we also have said, yeah, we're gonna do this. So I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted, first of all, in us thinking about this, these 3 boys right here are protected by us, because we want them to simplify what we're saying is we can't let this happen again. And that's a very important piece. So I